Happy New Year, everyone. This is my first live video of the year, and I'm not fully back to work yet. This week was behind the scenes kind of planning and reflecting week, and I have some more of that scheduled next week. But I can already feel the energy shifting. Like, it feels very different. In some ways very good, and in some ways a little bit rough. So I wanted to come in and I wanted to talk about it, and also to give you some tips about how to set yourself up, navigate the flow, stay on top of the energies rather than getting sucked under, because it feels easy to have that happen at the moment. I did a video, my last video, I think before the end of the year, before the end of 2023, it should be up on the page, that talked about the energy of 2024 and what to expect. So if you haven't watched that, you might want to pop over and check that out. It should be right close on the Facebook page, and I'll also share this to YouTube, and it's also on YouTube as well. So, yeah, the year is going to be a lot more rapid, fast-paced, quick-moving, volatile. There'll be shifting energies, and it's going to be a lot about learning to pivot and take action and change action and all of that. So it feels really fast-paced already. I have learned in the last few years to finally kind of give myself a lot of space at the end of the past year and into the current year to really set myself up. That just works with my energy type. So I had done that. I had actually blocked off almost 4 weeks of time between the end of December to the middle of January, where I wasn't client facing. So I was definitely working for part of that, but doing a lot more behind the scenes stuff. So I had hoped the week before Christmas to have some quiet time while the kids were still in school, and do some reflecting on the year, and what worked, what didn't work, and thinking about what I wanted to do differently for 2024. That didn't really happen very much when I wanted it to. A little bit of it happened, but not as much as I wanted to. They were just last minute requests, client needs, somebody was sick in the house, like all the things. It just really got jumbled up a little bit. And so less time spent on that planning and reflecting, and more time spent wrapping up details and just sort of reacting to what people were needing. And that was the same with preparing for Christmas here at home. Like, there were like last minute gift delays and last minute wrapping and other things. So it was a little bit more jumbled than I wanted it to be, but it always is. And so I'm glad I give myself that time. I really tried hard the week between Christmas and New Year's to not work, and to, be very, very, like, close everything down, and to spend time with my family and focus on what was important and relax and regroup. And so I did that. And of course, now I'm back to see if, to get started, and feeling a little bit behind the 8 ball. And that's the energy of the year. I think what I'm feeling right now is what is going to be predominant throughout the year. It's going to be that kind of treading water, trying to keep your head above water, a lot of distractions and things to react to. And it could just really cause a lot of fast burnout if you're not prepared for life, for work. And I have some tips for you, some things that I'm implementing to keep me above water, and I think that it will help you as well. So I hope this will help. I think that it's really important to stay ahead of it, and to be to go with the flow. Right. So drop your resistance now. It's not going to work. It's not going to help you. It's going to suck you under. So roll with it is a lot of what the energy will be like this year. So one of the first things I could say is that if you don't have a daily practice, it's really going to help you to have 5 minutes in the morning, 15 minutes at the end of the day, some type of daily practice that allows you to just kind of get quiet, and rise above it on an energetic level. And also to like a daily practice, like how you start your day, how you end your day, so that you're setting yourself up for success throughout the work week and with what you need to do, so that you're not scrambling to find what you need as you start the day. So, for example, I have a lengthy, it's not a very specific morning practice, but I will meditate most mornings. Sometimes I'll substitute journaling instead. Sometimes I'll substitute going for a walk instead. But if you can do all of those things in your morning, that's great. But usually I can only find time for one or the other. But those kind of practices are really going to help you navigate the like fast-paced things that are coming at you and keep your head above it all, so that you can look and see with truth from your own higher knowing what really is important to focus on or to react to or to pay attention to. And having that daily practice will allow you to know where you're headed and stay the course despite all the things coming at you from the energies that will be shifting. So that's number one. If you don't have a daily practice, put something into place. Even if it's like setting your phone or timer for once an hour to stop for a minute and take some deep breaths and reset your vagus nerve, or to reset your, 2 or 3 times during the day to set your timer and do 5 minutes of quiet meditation, or to just get up and walk away and come back 5 minutes later and refocus on it. All of those things are very positive ways to disconnect and stop you from being in that overreactive energy where you're just kind of spinning in circles. Like, it'll give you that rising above it view so that you can be more strategic about where you're putting your energy. Really important. So I hope you can do that. Second thing I would say is just drink water. Lots and lots and lots of water. Be in the flow. Like, that's what it's going to be about. It's about riding the waves of the energy this year. And from an energetic standpoint, when you drink water, your body is 90-something% water. When you are hydrated, you are able to just flow more easily through your day and resonate at a different level energetically, because you're hydrated, and it's going to be helpful. That's all I'm going to say about that. I just drink water. That is a tough one for me. I can't even tell you how many New Year's intentions I've set for drinking more water, and I've done good for a month or two, and then for some reason it just falls off. But if you can keep that one as a priority for you, it'll do you well. The third thing I would say is to create space in your home for just a place where you can escape to. So in Feng Shui, truly, your entire home should be a respite from the chaos of the outside world. You're going to need that this year. I know there's a lot of people who feel like their home is chaotic, as chaotic as the outside world, if not more. I can remember when my kids were littles, and I would go out to run an errand, and I would come back and I would sit in the driveway because I knew how crazy it was going to be inside the house. And I would just sit in the car for a few minutes because I didn't want to go in. So maybe the car ends up being your little bubble for the year, if that's how your situation is. As my kids grew, I reclaimed my house, reclaimed the energy of my house, and most of my spaces feel like they're pretty refreshing. So like, they're places I can be where I'm not overwhelmed with, "Hi Liz, how are you? Happy New Year." They're not places that, there are places where I can go within my home to get away from it all. And that's what you're going to need. So if your house does feel chaotic, see if you can carve out a nook, a corner, a room, a closet where you can go and just get quiet for a few minutes, step away from the busy, the chaos. It will really serve you well in the coming year, for sure. Yeah, and your whole house, like I said, in Feng Shui, your whole house should be that escape. It should be a place that energizes you and supports you through the trials and tribulations of life, but incremental upgrades, like claim a space, a corner right now, and make that your goal to sort of start creating bigger and bigger spaces as the year goes on. It will serve you not only in 2024. I mentioned in my past video that this is 2024 in February. In Feng Shui terms, we move into a new energetic period, which is period 9, which has different energies associated with them. It's a lot of fire energy, it's fast moving. And so the more of that quiet space and safe space you can create for yourself, the better it will be for the coming 2 decades. So give yourself that gift. If you need help with that, that's what I do. Please reach out to me. I'm happy to support you. You can send me a direct message, or you can set up a chat with me. I'll put a link in the comments so you can set up a chat with me about what options are available for my support. And the last thing I want to say is, this is just something that I did this morning. Like, my natural state is like, I can easily get myself into a state of overwhelm where my brain is spinning and there's a million things to do and I'm trying to catch up all the time. The list is growing and growing and growing. That's my, I guess my shadow side. And I was feeling that this morning. So I got up, this was meant to be a quiet week for me to do some reflecting, and I did that. And I'm glad I did that. I saw, looking on, even just being on Facebook or on Instagram, the energy that was coming at me was far different than what I was kind of trying to keep myself in. So there was a lot of, what are your goals for the year? How do you feel? How was your week? How are you stepping into this energy? How are you stepping into the new year? How was your first week back? And I really had to push myself away from that. And that's the real lesson of the year, I think, is being able to push yourself away and know what's right for you in the moment. So in the morning, my mind clicked in, and there was I've still got to, it's Friday, and I still haven't done this, and I still need to do this, and I see this person doing this, and I probably should have done that too. And I looked around my house, and the Christmas tree is still up, and I haven't finished putting decorations away, and the bathroom's a mess, and we're leaving for the weekend, and we have a volleyball tournament, and I'm not going to be able to do any work, and I'm not going to be able to do any home stuff. And the energy is going to support getting into that frantic state. So you've got to do things that can pull yourself out of that. So what is one simple action that you can take on a daily basis to get you out of that? So this morning I was in that state, and I was in my bathroom getting ready and looking around and thinking, my bathroom's a mess. I need to do this. I need to do that. I need to do this. And I stopped myself, and I literally took a cloth and I wiped down. We have a window in our bathroom that has a broken seal on it, so it always has a little bit of condensation on it. I wiped that down. I wiped off the counter. The rest of it is still a disaster. But that one simple 15-second action helped me step out of that energy of just being in my head, worrying about what needs to get done. Sitting down at my desk, feels like there's a list of 20 things that I need to get done before the end of the day today, and a list of things that I should have been doing that I didn't do yet. And before I sat down to do this video, I was like, okay, I'm going to go to the printer, which is on the other side of the house, and get the thing that I printed 2 days ago that is attached to an action I need to take, and I haven't taken it yet because the thing was on the printer across the house. And now I haven't done the action yet, but at least I have what I need to get started. So it's one tiny step that is moving you towards the next thing. I think that keeping yourself in that energy of what's one thing I can do to move forward, what's one thing I can do to move forward, what's one thing I can do to move forward, will really help you, rather than letting your vision open up to all of the things that Facebook and Instagram and YouTube and other are telling you to do, and getting into that energy of, it's the new year, you got to lose weight, you've got to take care of yourself, you've got to have goals for your work. You get to decide what it is and what's important. And the more you keep yourself in that, your own personal alignment, and taking action forward with what will support you, the better off you'll be. Liz has that inner voice in the morning too. Yeah, it's like it's just it really, like, if I feed it, it will grow. And so it's one way to shut it off is to just take action and like be able to check one quick thing off. And even though there's still pieces of all those actions left to do, I feel like I've made progress. So at the end of the day, I feel more set up for the next day. Yes, I really hope my Christmas tree comes down tonight. Half of the family is staying home, and I might actually just delegate it. Like, I wonder if that would work. I'm not sure. I'm like, that, does it have to be my job? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. The thing is, I'm kind of a control freak about those things, because if I put it away the way I like this year, then next year when things come out, I can find things easier and we can get set up faster. Yeah, but maybe I need to let that go. Like, and that's another good bonus tip for the year. Like, what can you let go of for those little things that you hold on to, that it has to be done a certain way, or you have to be done by a certain time? Like, can you let go of that, and delegate, or do it differently? Or it's really going to be about going with the flow and not resisting. I think I said that at the beginning. Like, if you're in resistance or trying to force things or hold on to doing things a certain way, that's where the bumps and the challenges are going to come up. So I want you to find the easy route and to find smooth and easy ways to get down the hill, rather than holding on tight and fighting against it and using all your energy to make it a certain way. Yeah, that's pretty profound. I think that's a good message for myself today. So if I can support you in any way in 2024, I am still offering extended payments on all of my Feng Shui programs, and I would love to help you. So send me a direct message. I will chat with you if necessary. I'll put the link to the chat in the comments right after I finish. Have a great new year, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.